Welcome to Third Coast Sports TV. I'm your host, Wink. Talk sports, love sports, enjoy sports. Today we're going to be discussing the Texans versus the Colts and with this Week 7 matchup. And this is going to be a good one. This is going to determine the AFC South. It's going to figure out who the leader is and who's really running this division. So I'm going to allow a few of y'all to go ahead and get on up in here, man, so we can discuss today's sports topic. We appreciate all the love that we've been getting from South Sports and all the various social media networks. And yeah, Colts fans are talking a whole lot of shit. The Colts fan, the 1075, he was probably the most rational. It were a few channels that I've seen throughout the week that actually had rational, non-biased recaps. So, man, hey, I'm so ready for this game, bro. We pumped up, but we finna go ahead and get into the shout outs. Shout out to D Pritch, man. You already know what it is. You already know what I'm finna ask you. Go ahead and get on your J, man, because I done made you a mod. Make sure that they that everybody knows that the stream is out. Sherman Hill, what's good? Mike B, what's the deal? Tay Hill, Bad Bougie, how you doing, sweetie? Bryson McGowan, Wise, what's good? Man, shout out to them strolls last night for Altuve, man. Man, hey, Altuve was doing what it was doing. Miles and that yak. Bro, shout out. I never seen you in the stream before, but man, shout out, man. We putting on for the Ace today, man. Let's see if these Texans can make some and put these Colts on their ass today. JL Productions, what good? All the dialogue, you already know what it is, fam. I know you see your little blue wrench now. Yeah, I went ahead and made a few of y'all, unbeknownst to y'all, I went ahead and I made a few more subscribers. I gave y'all wrenches, man. So if you see that you work blue and you blue now, you already know what it is. And Dre D, I accidentally deleted your comment, the one that you were saying yesterday about the Freddy Krueger mask. I was trying to respond to it and deleted it by accident, bro. So if you don't see it and I ain't respond to it, I ain't forgot about you. But shout out to Dre D. Shout out to Juan Tenorio. Yeah. But let's go ahead and get into this game, man. We ain't gonna waste no time. Whew. This game right here, man, it's gonna be a doozy, man. This game is either gonna be a nail biter or it's gonna be a blowout. I don't see it being any other way. The fact that Kenny Stills is playing, he's already cleared to play. It's so funny you say that. Kenny Stills is playing, so we're at full force with the receiving core today. They have some injuries. T.Y. Hilton is still going through some injuries, but injuries has never hindered this man when he plays against the Houston Texans. He's been injured before, and he still find a way to go off against us. Danny J, what's good? Yeah, this game right here, man, I don't even know where I want to begin, but I think I'm going to go ahead, since we already on the topic of offense, I'm going to go ahead and start with the offense. Now, we're going to start at the head, and we're going to start with these coaching trees. Now, Frank Reich has shown the ability from the time that we played him in Week 4 last year, and even though they lost that game against us in Indy, I said when that game was over, you really don't realize the confidence he just gave this football team by believing in them. And that was something that Deshaun Watson didn't do until last week against the Chiefs. Because he did that with the Chiefs, I see a similar effect ending up happening for the Houston Texans. Now, while Frank Reich has shown to be more gritty and he's been able to outcoach, Bill O'Brien in the last couple of games, the particular game plan that I see the Colts being able to win with is if they're attacking our secondary. Eastside Harold, Houston B, what's good? Because we do have some injuries in the secondary right now, that's the only real way I can see them really affecting us in their game plan. I think a guy like Nyheim Hines is going to be able to come up big for them on passing downs because he's such an elusive target, and the fact that he was able to catch wheel routes, he was able to exploit matchups. But the linebackers of this team are playing in coverage vastly better than they have in the last 2 to 3 years. So I'm expecting a guy like Zach Cunningham to be on him if he becomes to be a major part of their game plan. Lalani Walls, what's going on? Welcome to the stream. Y'all make sure y'all hit that like button, subscribe. You know, if you're a Houston Texans fan, if you're a fan of any other team, it doesn't matter. We warn everybody who wants to be a part of the be thought part of the third coast. So, hey, y'all make sure y'all show that love. Leave any comments when the videos are over. El Lobo, B Shell, Mal Miles, what's good? I see y'all coming in here, man. We're going to get it fired up before the morning is over because I'm going to make sure once this video is done, y'all going to see me on the sauce. I haven't got any messages from Honcho yet, but if he goes live, I'm going to definitely be on that pregame show. But as I was stating, the matchups those are the only couple of matchups they can really exploit us at is if we end up playing off coverage, which we don't really have to play any off coverage because if you press T.Y. Hilton at the line, you can phase him out, and if you need to bracket a guy over the top just to make sure that he's not in the game, that's what you need to do. We need to sell out against the run. And Fairbairn is still here. He ain't going nowhere. They don't have any kickers, on deck like that for us to sign this week. So I expect him to play. But as long as I want y'all to keep noticing, if they snap the ball and the man is kicking from the right hash, just know who told you that this man cannot kick from the right hash of the field. Roman, what's good? But El Lobo, what's good? And yes, he can. He can keep up with Hilton. He can keep up with Hilton speed wise. I mean, he is a little faster. If they were to run, a streak way down the field, and depending on how he's able to get off his route, which I don't think he's really going to be able to do against Lonnie because he's so much bigger. He's 6'2", he weighs more, he has longer arms, and that's what we need when it comes to a player of T.Y. Hilton's stature. You need to bully this dude. Michael Shelton, what's good? Roger Johnson is gonna have a phenomenal game. He's better than Titus Howard, really, and y'all gonna see that on display because y'all didn't see no drop off when Titus went out of the game, did you? I mean, when he was playing right tackle like how he was supposed to be doing early on in the season, I mean, everybody was calling for Roger Johnson, to be the right tackle. I don't see how we question it now just because Titus Howard had a couple of games against some weak defensive fronts. I mean, if we're going to be real about it, let's be real about it across the board. Titus Howard has played extremely well, not taking nothing away from him, but I think technically and discipline-wise, he's more disciplined than what Titus is right now. Yeah, we have to stuff these A-gaps, and it's so funny that you said that, man, because the only way that Marlon Mack is even going to be able to affect us in his game plan, which is not really, he's not going to be able to affect us too much because guys with his body type, outside of the playoff game, will give him, regardless of injuries, regardless of everything I did, the man still put up 140-something yards against us. And shout out to my boy Tenny, man. Shout out to Tenny, bro. We gonna make sure that we chant "Daddy's home" when the game is over. King So, what's good? What's good? When you have a running back that's big against this Houston Texans front, they have not played well for the last few years, man. Like, we stop those kind of running backs. Fournette, Eckler. We can go all the way to Ezekiel Elliott. We can go to a lot of guys around the league. The only guys who are really able to beat us are guys who can catch and run. If you can't catch and run, you're not really doing anything against the Houston Texans. I mean, if you're in a goal line stand, that's a totally different story. But I do understand, and that's based upon down and distance. But you really can't, like a guy like Marlon Mack is, Kamara, those two, Christian McCaffrey and Kamara are the only two guys that really even take advantage of their situations with what they have going on right now. Where we going? Do they though? What's good? I see you in the building, man. I don't want to miss nobody. I just seen Saw Yeager. What's good, bro? Yeah, y'all make sure y'all like that video. I'm gonna get to that at the end of the video, King. So we ain't got to there because we just started the video close to 10 minutes ago. And I'm just going through the things that need to be done, to make sure that the Houston Texans close this game out. And stopping Marlon Mack and T.Y. Hilton has to be done at all costs. I think if you turn this into a if you take the run away from them completely, and I think if Deshaun Watson is converting third downs, and if he's converting, if he's making a lot of touchdowns once he gets into the red zone, as I'm predicting him to do so in this football game, I see no reason why we don't go up early. Even if, okay, we miss out on the first position or so just to feel the game out as the first 15 plays or so of being scripted. Once we get into a rhythm, I see no reason that this team shouldn't take advantage. Hey, Tinny, go in the chat and let Honcho know I'm available and I'm live streaming right now. I don't wanna do, I don't wanna go out of the video while I'm doing it. So just go in the chat real quick for me, bro. And I'm gonna do the pregame. I'm gonna do the pregame. That's what I'm saying. Let him know now. Man Cave Sports, what's good? Shout out to Man Up, man. He just put out a video earlier. Y'all make sure y'all check that out. And if you sell out against the run and we make this team one-dimensional, do we really believe that Jacoby Brissett is going to be able to put the ball downfield? And it's funny. Do y'all realize this man only has like 4 passes? I just seen like a Colts video where somebody was doing a breakdown and they were, going about the stats between him and Watson. And the man only has like 4 passes, like 20 yards or more. That's not a good sign. So the fact that they are running the ball effectively because their O-line is so stout, I feel that they're gonna lean on that. Expect a lot of power. Expect a lot of stretch plays. Expect a lot of zone scheming. Throughout this game. I think he's gonna do everything he can to run up the gut of the middle, but that's gonna be the wrong thing for him to do with DJ Reader coming into town. One of the things that I'm suggesting that defensively that the Texans should do, I feel they should move JJ Watt over. They should move JJ Watt over to the over the guard on that right side, and he needs to play over Quentin Nelson the whole game. I think because with his smarts, his ability, and his power, and the fact that he'll be able to affect these guys in the middle, I think we need to play a bigger front where he's bumped inside the whole game. So we're going to more than likely have to play a lot of nickel, a lot of 4-3. If you play some 3-4, make sure that he is over him. I know they're going to try to run away from him, but you can always have Charles Omenihu and Zach Cunningham on the other side who are very capable of stopping the run if he gets over there. Leonard Avery, what's good? I don't know if I shouted you out. DeMarcus, you already know what it is, bro. Who will be covering our tight ends. Tayshaun Gibson and the linebackers going to be covering the tight ends. They haven't played well this season. T.Y. Hilton has been the guy that they've leaned on probably the most. Paris Campbell is out, and we'll be able to stop T.Y. by pressing him. Curry Road Getting Money Game. What's good, bro? Kenneth, what's good? What's good, man? I appreciate everybody that come to the stream. Y'all make sure y'all hit that like button if you're not a subscriber, if you're a first-time viewer. If you like the content, make sure you hit that subscribe button, hit the bell icon, and you can get all notifications for future videos. We'll be pumping out videos all week. But that's what it's going to take. You have to stop the run at all times. Lonnie Johnson will be able to do more than he will be able to do a great job against T.Y. Hilton. Not only does he have the attitude, but I feel like it gives him more work. It gives him more confidence knowing the fact that he's went up with guys like Julio. He went against T.Y. on some snaps. And he also is going to be going up against T.Y. Hilton more than likely. I don't trust J.Joe if he's playing often, if we're playing zone against T.Y. Hilton. But if T.Y. Hilton gets pressed by Jonathan Joseph like he was doing in the playoff game, then I have no problems with that whatsoever. Darren Fells, when I get to the offensive side of the ball, it's a couple of key factors that I'm going to talk about, but I think one of the main key factors on this team today, one of the key factors is definitely going to be Zach Cunningham. I think he's going to be real big in the run game. DJ Reader is going to be affecting guys in the middle, so I think he's going to be able to get Ryan Kelly off of his mark. And I think if J.J. Watt does have to play against Braden Smith, he's going to be able to really take advantage of him, because I don't see Jacoby Brissett getting the ball out very early. He may get the ball out, but if he has to scan the field and if he doesn't have the time and if the pocket is breaking down in the middle, I see J.J. Watt being able to get some sacks. But I won't be surprised if they find some sort of way to neutralize J.J. Watt coming off of the edge. Bernard McKinney, he's gonna have to do what he was doing last week, and he's definitely gonna have to rush down the pipe once again. I think they should not get away from this, and because Jacoby Brissett is so mobile, they definitely need to bring 4 or 5 man rushes. If you need to bring 6 and you need to bring a die, somebody like that off of the corner, do it. Do it at all costs. Run stunts, run dogs, blitz him, show some man blitz. J-Jo is active. He is playing today. So that's more corners that we need. Well, J.J. honestly needed to play since we're down Roby, but I understand, the precaution that some fans may end up having because he's been taking advantage of T.Y. Hilton. But I feel if he plays the way that he played in the playoffs by bumping this man, they play bump and run, and Desir's active, I don't really see him being a major problem. The reason why is because he's been injured so long, and I see him being able to tweak whatever it was that he had going on. I really the run defense of the Indianapolis Colts is not that great. They're giving up a lot of yards. Now I understand the Houston Texans defense, and as far as run defense, we're giving up a lot of yards per carry, but yards per carry is not going to matter when you have a guy like Marlon Mack. As I stated, if Marlon Mack can't kill you in the passing game, and if he's not going to make guys miss, I see no real reason how he's going to be able to hold that down for the Colts and give them any confidence in the play action and intermediate to deep passing game. I just don't see it. The game plan for us offensively, I definitely see us pounding the rock. I see us running a lot of play action, and I see guys getting exploited. Malik Hooker hasn't been, I think he's still a game time decision. I don't think they've announced what they're going to be doing with him, but you definitely need to get Carlos Hyde involved, and you definitely need to get Duke Johnson involved. I think because they don't have the linebacking core, this is a game where the running backs really need to shine. I know that they got Anthony Weaver or whoever that is, and I don't see him making any huge impact, especially when the eyes are going to be on Deshaun Watson pretty much throughout the whole game. If they end up playing a lot of man coverage, that's not going to do it. If they try to play a lot of man coverage, and if they try to blitz with the way that this man has been playing over the last few weeks, especially getting the ball out a hell of a lot faster, and if they go to the quick strikes and take what the defense gives them, then it's no way with the running game being effective against the Indianapolis Colts defense. I don't see them staying with us long, and they definitely can't compete back and forth with us if it turns out to be a shootout. In the long run, I think the adjustment will be made in the second half on both sides of the ball, and we end up taking it to another level. For Will Fuller, I really see this man bouncing back from last week. He has played extremely well against the Indianapolis Colts. And one thing that Colts fans neglect when they talk about the last two games that we played, even though we had a lot of injuries, we had a lot of guys coming up to play receiver, but a lot of channels that I listened to throughout this week openly admit that, hey, DeAndre Hopkins was the only person that they had to throw to. Now that we have Will Fuller, we have Kenny Stills, and we have Kiki, who's been playing very well against the Indianapolis Colts. It seems like in the last few years, we found a couple of Colt killers, and they turned out to be Kiki, and they turned out to be Jalen Strong when he was here on the football team. Lorenzo Wilson, what's good, bro? Kevin Jones, what's good? One time, yeah, you damn right, bro. And see, I knew Darius Leonard was playing B-Lock. And I see the Colts getting the W. Okay, that's cool. We're going to see. We definitely going to find out. Because when I really think about it defensively for the Colts, the front, I feel, is going to more than likely be able to do some work as long as the Houston Texans aren't shooting themselves in the foot in the trenches. I feel like as long as we're not running any plays that gets the minds of the O-line wondering, and as long as we sustain some type of run game, which I believe we will be able to do, even if we're not getting a great amount of yards, like even if we're running like 2 yards a carry, I think as the game progresses and we keep with the run, which I think is going to end up happening to have, this is going to happen against the Indianapolis Colts, because I want the defense in the front worn completely down. I think if once they get worn down, the back end is going to end up seeing that, and they're not going to be able to adjust to what the Houston Texans are able to do, and we're going to end up busting it wide open. Laremy Tunsil, as it stands right now, is rated the number 2 left tackle in the game. But Brian Baldinger thinks he happens to be the number 1 left tackle in the game. Shout out to Brian Baldinger for his analysis. Cool Amber. Spitz, you already know what it is, man. Spitz Wise, y'all going on live because Tenny say he's not going to be able to go on live. What y'all trying to do? Y'all trying to go live? Because if y'all do, y'all need to let Honcho know right now, bro, so he can put y'all in the game. Yeah, like I was saying there, Lobo, that's pretty much the way that they're looking at it right now. But he is definitely one of the better left tackles in the league as it stands right now. I really feel like we need to attack the interior, and this is why Carlos Hyde is going to be so important, especially on those tough downs. The fact that the man has so many strength, he's able to bowl over guys, be patient, and run behind his blockers is going to be pivotal in this football game. I don't really see the Indianapolis Colts being able to backdoor the running backs in this football game. And I think if you get in a tight squeeze, you need to have Duke Johnson in the game where we're able to run options. We need to run some more screens. We need to run a few more screens in this game, so you definitely need to get Duke Johnson and maybe the tight ends involved in the screen game, because if you do this, it's going to take the pass rush completely out of the game, and the fact that we are not a heavy screen team will get this football team completely out of whack if we go that option early on and it's effective. But if the blocking isn't there, and if we have players that are being called back and guys are blocking in the back, I see Bill O'Brien getting away from this early on in the game. But I think he's going to continue to run the power game and exploit the matchups of the defense. And if he exploits the interior and if he plays heavy sets up front, I see no reason why we shouldn't have real success in the running game against the Indianapolis Colts. Lorenzo, I already stated that. Shout out to you, man. Lonnie Johnson will be able to do it. Now he's going to. LaMarcus Hicks, what's good? Adrian Prebeck, what's good? Nobody gonna stop T.Y. yet. He can. Lonnie Johnson can stop him. If they run man throughout the game the way that they've been doing over the last few weeks, and we've shown in the playoff game, once we stopped running zone, and once we started playing press man in the playoffs, if you watch closely, and you can go look at the highlights before you even watch this game, the moment that Jonathan Joseph or any other player, well, it was mainly Jonathan Joseph, once he started pressing T.Y. Hilton didn't do anything. Any play that he ended up making was if he was passed off and they were in some sort of zone and Kareem Jackson was giving up the plays. So go back and go look at the game very closely if you think that T.Y. Hilton with lingering injuries can be taken advantage of, because I see the way that the Houston Texans have played these 3 specific receivers the last few games, and I see no reason why this does not continue against a guy who has killed them the last few years. And that is they're going to more than likely bracket coverage. I mean, they went against Julio and Tyreek Hill. And they went Julio, Tyreek Hill, Sanu, Ridley, and they just went up against Travis Kelce. I see no reason why, even with what they have right now, even with the injuries, the fact if Roby plays this game, then it's definitely an even tighter game, and they can just do what they want in the back end. I feel like the secondary is coming along. They're starting to get more interceptions. They're starting to read, and they're not backpedaling so much. So I think that is also helping the Houston Texans out because they've technically figured out some of the deficiencies that they've had over the last few years. They're going to have to play a lot of man blitz. They're going to have to disguise a lot of things to make sure that Jacoby Brissett isn't recognizing what they're doing. If guys peel off, they need to peel off at the last minute. Stay put. If they're running delayed blitzes, make sure that they get to this guy to get him off of his rocker. Because if he has to step up in the pocket or if he has to try to make something, if the guy has to make decisions and he has to go down the field, I just see him throwing a few interceptions today. Time check. Okay, I still got like 15 minutes. Days Gambino, what's good, bro? Welcome to the stream. Y'all make sure y'all smash that like button. Yeah, Sharice Wright is not in this game. Y'all don't have Sharice Wright to take advantage of. So the fact that and to Wise's point, to any Colts fan that really thinks that, and the O-line of the Chiefs was playing extremely well last week. They played extremely well. They only gave up 1 sack. I mean, it's not like, I'm gonna be on the sauce, cool, Amber. Trust me, I'm making my presence known today. Don't even worry about it. Y'all will see me on the sauce today. The way that the Chiefs played, they played extremely well last week. I know the Colts are going to play extremely well this week, and because it's a divisional game, I could see some advantages being taken, and I can see some nice chunk plays going for either side of the ball. I just see the Houston Texans making the better plays when it counts. We have the better quarterback. We have healthier weapons, and as long as nobody in the game who means something to the game plan gets injured, I'm not really worried about anything. Yes, and it's confirmed Kenny Stills is playing in this football game. Notification just popped up. Phillip Games, I don't want him on TY. If I see him on TY, then we're going to have an issue. If I see him on T.Y. Hilton in any capacity, I see those plays going for nice yards. Even if it's a 5-yard slant, I just see the secondary breaking down, taking wrong routes, trying to blow these dudes up, and not keep maintaining technique that they know they should have for this football team. This is not the game for you to be missing tackles. This is not the game for you to be taking horrible angles. This is not the game for you to be missing field goals. This is not the game for you to be missing PATs. This is not that game. The Colts are already a game behind us. They've already lost. They're already a game and a half behind us because they lost to the Chargers. So we have to stop. We have to stop their running attack all game. If we do that and we make this man one-dimensional, and you have to depend on Jacoby Brissett playing against this game, Jacoby Brissett has not played the Houston Texans with Deshaun Watson at the helm. Let's just keep that in mind. When he played him the first time, it was against Brock Osweiler, and the last 2 times he went up against the Houston Texans, not only did we have hellified injuries, but we also didn't have any other guys to throw to. Will Fuller was in and out of the lineup, and Bill O'Brien was an abysmal coach and never made any. And Mike Vrabel was the DC. We're not going to act like he faced off against Deshaun Watson and had to prove his worth in a game with Deshaun Watson. History is different now that Deshaun Watson is the quarterback of the Houston Texans, and he proved that last week. Offensively, I don't see, besides T.Y. Hilton and besides, because Paris Campbell's not playing. I mean, and even defensively, who are you guys going to, who defensively, okay, even if Desir ends up having a great game against DeAndre Hopkins, like how he did last year. One of the major reasons why he had a great game against DeAndre Hopkins, the weapons were out. I mean, Will Fuller was balling in week 4 against y'all. Kiki was balling against y'all in week 5. Lamar Miller was balling. Deshaun Watson was balling. So the fact that the team is totally different now and that we're healthier than we were last year when you guys played us, I don't see how defensively, especially in the back end without Malik Hooker, that right there is, bro, you're dead meat down the field. We have Fuller and And we have, Kenny Stills back. Kenny Stills makes the world of difference this week. Expect him to be heavily involved. Expect these tight ends and Darren Fields. I see Jordan Akins having a sneaky great game today. I see no reason why he won't have a fabulous game. And when we need to check it down, and he's going to, more than likely, this dude is going to be uncovered. He's going to find a way to get open. And they're going to, and Kiki, bro, Kiki is going to be able to find seams. And they don't have the linebackers. They don't have the speed. And the only person that they can even put in the spot throughout the entire game is Darius Leonard. You put anybody else in the spot, and they dead meat, bro. That's first downs galore. It's first downs galore. While I'm going to give the Indianapolis, their Colts, their respect, and I respect their O-line. I respect Jabal Sheard and Danico Autry a few play, and I definitely respect Justin Houston and Darius Leonard. But are they really going to be able to do enough if Deshaun Watson goes back to a quick tempo game plan? If we're throwing the ball 20, 30 yards down the field, and if Bill O'Brien wants to revert back to the game plans that he had before the before the Falcons and Chiefs game, then the Indianapolis Colts will definitely be in this football game. Anthony Walker, he's nice, but he ain't Darius Leonard. He's a good player. He's a good player, and I see him being able to make some decent tackles in the run game. I can even see him making a couple of passes defense. But when it comes to he has to chase down Deshaun Watson, bro, yeah, come on, stop. He's not going to be able to chase down Deshaun Watson consistently. It's just not going to happen. If we go deep early and if the run game is on point early, it's going, and especially if we win the toss and we defer and we get the ball back at halftime and we go into the half with a close game, as long as the game is not 10 points, and even if it is 10 points, depending on the tempo when they come back out of the tunnel at halftime, the Houston Texans, especially the way that they played in second halves of games throughout the season, I don't know, man. I really don't see, like, Deshaun Watson has only missed one completion in the fourth quarter all season. Like, I mean, the man is getting it done in the fourth quarter where it counts. Are we so sure that Jacoby Brissett is going to be able to do the exact same thing? And as far as the line on this game, it's been a negative one. It's leaning in favor of the Colts, but I see this game being anywhere from a 3-point to a 4-point win. When I do my prediction, I'm gonna give you guys, I think, it ends up covering the spread, but I think it's gonna be, in terms of the over and under, I think this game is gonna be under. I think it's gonna be under. I could very well be wrong, and it could be over because the point spread for this is 47.5. So one thing about Houston, when the spread has been under 5 or anything like that, under 7. The Houston Texans have won every single game this season when it's been under 7. So, I don't know. Even though I'm a Houston Texans fan, there's a lot of reasons why I'm going with this team. And the fact that Deshaun Watson is so effective in the red zone and on third down, and the Indianapolis Colts are one of the worst teams on third down, not only to account for the rush defense that they have, I just don't see anybody in the secondary besides Desir being able to win any of his matchups. Rocky Sin is going to be taken advantage of. He is not going to be able to keep up with Fuller. He is not going to be able to keep up with Kenny Stills. Hell, I don't even think he's going to be able to keep up with Kiki if he has to play inside. I think he's too shifty for him. So I think the linebackers will be exploited. If they think they're going to go back and be able to play their cover 2 shell that they played in the playoffs, good luck with that. Good luck with that. Good luck. Go ahead and play cover 2. The run game is going to get bust wide open. Deshaun Watson is just going to throw where he needs to put it. He's not going to overthink it. He's not going to put it down the field. And we should, AJ, but as I said, I don't expect any blowouts. If I keep my expectations, the last 2 games I kept my expectations low, The Houston Texans have gone out to do amazing things in these last couple of games. So I'm gonna keep my expectations low because Bill O'Brien and Romeo Crennel still have to prove week after week after week that they can be competent and that they can contend with anybody, and that includes Frank Wright in this division. H-Town Sports 96, Kevin Jones, Trill, you know what it is. Welcome to the stream. The players will be there for the main offensively. We just need to execute. As long as the execution is there, as long as Deshaun Watson is in rhythm, the team is going to be in rhythm. I think if they get him in a rhythm early, if we end up getting the ball first, I think right out of the gate we're going to have to show the Indianapolis Colts that we're not bullshitting. We're going to have to go into their house and we're going to have to damage the goods and show them that they're nowhere near as dominant. And if it wasn't for their O-line, they're not really making any plays. Anyone else? Oh, the night game is Philly versus Dallas. So that should be a good game. So it should be. And yeah, I'm definitely on. Hey man, y'all gonna see me. Hey, y'all thought my reaction last week was outrageous. You know what I'm saying? When we bust the Chiefs ass, bro, I'm gonna be on a whole nother level today. I swear I'm gonna be on a whole nother level. Shout out to Jerry Key. Well, Big Dre. If our offensive line plays well, ball gonna be able to get no matter what fact. He's gonna ball out of the line, don't hold up. He's playing on another level. Yeah, not only is he extremely good against the blitz, so if they try to blitz us, that's gonna be in their wrong. He's extreme. He's one of the best quarterbacks against the blitz. He's picking up blitzes at a much higher rate, and the O line is playing very well against 5-6 man pressures. If you go ahead and you look back at the tape over the last few weeks. Not only that, like as I stated, he's throwing a lot of touchdowns. His yards per attempt are high. We're throwing touchdowns at a high rate, and third down conversions is leaning in favor heavily for the Houston Texans. And the fact that our running attacks are only 3 yards apart in terms of the average that we average per game, I see no reason why the Houston Texans don't show the Indianapolis Colts who can really tote the rock and who really wants this game more. So, Larry Garza, what it do? Man, hey, what's good? What's good, homie? Man, hey, man, I'm doing what I can, man. Y'all making it possible. Y'all share these videos. Y'all make sure if you feel that way, make sure you're doing your part to make sure that other people know about me and that y'all bringing more people to these streams so we can give the fans of Houston something to root for. King Focal, what's good, bro? Since when? 2 games ago, we were complaining about Washington not recognizing the blitz. I mean, who was doing that? Who was doing that? I wasn't doing that. He's picked up the blitz a hell of a lot better this season. I mean, the only game that he's really suffered from the blitz from was week 1 and against the Panthers. You take that away, I mean, we've played legitimate fronts all season with the exception of the last 2 teams. I'm not drinking no Kool-Aid. I'm just calling it how I'm seeing it as the game is progressing with what they're deciding to do. Picking up the blitz, I never said he had a problem picking up the blitz. The O-line was having a definite problem picking up blitzes. As far as Deshaun Watson identifying and keying on guys who are blitzing, I mean, guys got to do their job. I mean, it is what it is, and we all know coaching and play calling placates into a lot of the bullshit that goes on. Yeah, he has to protect the ball, but they've turned the corner over the last couple of weeks, and I'm with you that they can't revert back to that, especially in this game, because if we revert back to that, it's going to be crazy, bro. And Roger Johnson, bro, is going to have a great day. I'm not worried about Roger Johnson. I wanted Roger Johnson to start the season anyway. So, yeah, NFL Streams TV, yeah, definitely. For anybody who needs a stream link, Wise just posted it. You can go to Total Sport Tech. And, yeah, definitely go to NFLstream.tv. And make sure you guys check that out if you can't watch it. If you need to watch it on your phone, watching on your phone is probably the best thing, you know, on your Xbox or iPad or something like that. So, yeah, y'all make sure y'all do that. Yeah, as far as what's going on right now, I can't really complain, True. I mean, it's what Watson is doing with the way that he's changed his game up, and if he continues what he's able to do these last few games, I have nothing to really say. You know, I just don't want these dudes going back to their old ways. If they go back to their old ways, you already know I'm calling the shit out. Trust me, I got to keep in mind that Bill O'Brien is still in charge of this motherfucker. So don't think I forgot and then want to talk shit in the post game and try to check me like I'm not recognizing. No, bro, trust me. We still here. Trust me. I ain't slipping. Trust me, I ain't changing the tune on O'Brien. I'm giving him his credit when he deserves it. I'm giving everybody their credit when they deserve it. I gotta give Rack his credit when he deserves it. But if these motherfuckers go back to what they were doing, hey, he can't easily fuck this up like Jared just said. Roger, what's good? Well, that concludes the video, man. I'm gonna go ahead and give you guys a quick score prediction. For me, I think that I'm gonna say this, but I don't really mean this. Just like I did last week against the Chiefs, and it worked into our benefit. I think the score is gonna end up being 31-27. Colts. I see this. I see that being the situation. I don't believe that. I think the Colts are gonna win. And it ain't under the mattress, bro. If I lift the mattress up right now, then you ain't gonna see nothing there. Maybe a dead mosquito or something that somebody left. I don't know. That's all you probably gonna find. You're gonna find some lint up under there. But I'm definitely that's gonna be my score prediction. It's gonna be 31-27 for me, and I'm getting ready to jump out of this video because Honcho's calling me right now, so we can get ready to get this live stream started. So hey, it's gonna be a great game. Hopefully we come out as the AFC. You know, we coming out on top for the AFC, and Carlos Hyde and all the rest of these boys, man, show their ass today. But welcome to Third Coast Sports TV. I'm your host, Wink. Talk sports, love sports, enjoy sports.